All right, so we're going to talk about some more big graphs, guys. Go ahead, write these all down. So pause the video, write these all down. See if you can graph it out first, and then I'll kind of walk you through it. Okay, you should have a pretty good idea how to do these, hopefully by now. If not, we might be in some trouble for the test. All right, so hopefully you guys already did this, so I'll walk you through it now. So these are going to be very different than these two things here, okay? Here we have x is approaching infinity, x is approaching negative infinity. These are going to be our end behaviors, okay? So we got Reb here, as x approaches infinity, as x approaches negative infinity. Call that Leb, left end behavior, okay? Those will be the first two things I'm going to go throw on my graph over here. So as x goes further and further to the right, y is getting more and more negative. So what's going to happen here is we're going to go to the right, but we're going to be going down forever and ever and ever. So I would just draw a little tiny arrow going down to the right. Okay, so I remember what my end behavior is later on. Over here, as x approaches negative infinity, so that means as we're going left, further and further to the left here, y is getting closer and closer to infinity. So what's happening is as we go to the left, we're going to be getting higher and higher, so we're going to be going up to the left. Okay, so draw a little tiny arrow up there going up to the left, and we'll deal with that later. Okay, we don't have any limits written on these. They're just a bunch of random points, okay? Let's just go ahead and graph those. So remember, this is like your input, this is your output, this is going to represent the point, negative 8, 1. So I'm going to go left 8, up 1. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and label that right now, negative 8, comma 1. Okay, over here we got negative 4, 6. I'm going to go left 4, up 6. Okay, so that's going to be negative 4, comma 6. 3, 6. So I go right 3, up 6. We got the point 0, 4. So it's really y-intercept. Okay, my x value is 0. I'm going up 4. 0, comma 4. And then we got f of 9 is negative 3. So go right 9, down 1, 2, 3. About right there. Okay, so here we got 9, comma negative 3. Sweet, so I've got all of these already done. Okay, I just have these 4 things to talk about next. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about those. Here, as x approaches negative 4 from the right, okay, as we approach it from the right, our y value is getting closer and closer to 9. If we look at negative 4, my y value actually is going to be 6. Okay, basically that's where my point is, but that doesn't mean I have to be approaching it. Or, we're going to be approaching 9, I guess, in this case. So negative 4, 9. Okay, we said we're approaching that from the right. So what I do is I just draw a little tiny line coming from it. Okay. I did not draw one from the left because as we approach negative 4 from the left, we're going to approach 4. So I'm just going to label this really quick. This is going to be negative 4, 9. Alright. Like I said, as we approach negative 4 from the left now, we're going to be getting closer and closer to positive 4. Okay, so negative 4, positive 4. Should be about right here. Okay, we're going to approach that from the left, so I'm going to draw a little tiny line coming out of it from the left. As we get to these last two, so as we approach 3 from the right and 3 from the left, we're going to be getting closer and closer to 3. Now guys, we didn't actually have to, this didn't have to be given to you like this. Okay, more than likely, if you're going to get that limit, you're going to get the limit of f of x as x approaches 3 is going to be 3 because it's approaching from the left side and from the right side. So as x gets closer to 3, y also gets closer to 3. So that should be something like right here. Okay, we're going to approach it from the left and from the right. 3, comma 3. Alright, so now I'm just going to go through and play a fun game and connect the arrows. So I'm going to start on this furthest left and we'll just work my way to the right. Okay, So I see this is my furthest left thing. My next thing to the right is just going to be this point. Okay, I'm just going to simply make a line connecting the two. Okay, from here, the next thing I have to the right, okay, we have a series of three things here. Okay, we have a point and then two kind of open circles here. Remember, we drew this line coming out from the left. Okay, so as we approach from the left, we have to get closer and closer to 4. We don't really care about these other ones from the left side. So, there you go. Those are now connected. Guys, you don't even have to make this curvy. Okay, it's not going to be a polynomial. You can make jagged lines, whatever you want. Okay, so then from here, I'm at -4 right now. I know that I drew an arrow coming from here. Okay, so that's where I need to go up to. The next thing to the right is just going to be 0, 4. Connect those. Okay, now from at x equals 0, the next thing to the right is going to be at 3. Okay, I'm approaching this. I drew arrows from the left and from the right. But we also have a point up here, guys. We don't care about that point. Just leave that point there. Okay, I'm just going to approach this like so. Okay, I know when I leave this, I also have to be at 3, 3, because I also had the arrow coming out from the right. The next thing I have to the right was going to be 9, -3. So I'm going to connect those, and I just see I'm just going to go down forever. Okay, so all I'm going to do here is connect these and continue down forever. Okay, that's all you really got to do. Don't overthink it. Just keep it simple. All right. So, that looks great. Let's do another one. So you guys are going to give me a minute as I erase this. Alrighty. And change these up a little bit here. Yeah. La 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 la. All right. So let's check these out. Let's do the limit of f of x as x approaches -2. From the right is going to be 6. You know, we're going to do -2 from the left is going to be -1. Alright. On some more here. Yeah, you can see that all right. Now we make this one a little bit more challenging. Here we'll have a 4, and here we'll have a -infinity. That looks good. Let's do limit. We already did 3 from the right, 3 from the left. Let's do as x approaches 5. Yeah, as x approaches 5, it looks good. F of x is going to be infinity. Okay. I'll give you guys some points here. Okay, so we'll say f of 0 is going to be 0. We'll say f of -2 is going to equal 6. We'll say f of -4 is 4. Alright, so guys, go ahead, see if you can do this one on your own. I'll erase this. You guys probably want to hit pause, see if you can graph it. Alright, then we'll see how you did. La 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 la. It's so quiet. I cannot stand it. So I must sing. Sing a beautiful song. Alright, so hopefully you guys got this graph by now. Like I said, I always kind of like to start with my end behaviors here. Okay, I pick those out by where x approaches infinity and where x approaches negative infinity. So we have our right end behavior now. As x goes bigger and bigger, or it gets further and further to the right, the y value gets closer and closer to 4. Okay, I know this is going to be my right end behavior, so at 4 I'm going to draw a dotted line that's horizontal. I don't really know which way I'm approaching it, from the top or the bottom, so I'm just going to do something like that for now. Okay. Remember Ryan's classics, like you guys have to say a horizontal asymptote at y equals 4. My class, I'm not so worried about that, but it's good to think about. Next one, our left end behavior. So as x approaches negative infinity, as we go further and further to the left, what's happening to y? Well, y is approaching negative infinity. So we're going to go down to the left. Oh, golly, we're just going to do something like that. It's going down to the left forever there. I suppose I should use the same color for all this. Let's just go down to the left. Okay. What else we got going on here? Alright, so I'm just going to throw in my points then. We have 0, 0, negative 2, 6, and we have negative 4, 4. So we got 0, 0. Okay, we got negative 2, positive 6. Okay, then we got negative 4, 4. Sweet. Alright, so we got these guys taken care of now. We have a whole bunch of limits to talk about. As x approaches negative 2 from the right, y is getting closer and closer to 6. So let's look at negative 2. Okay. Oh, we already have a point here at negative 2, 6. So as we approach it from the right, okay, we're going to be getting closer and closer to that value. So I'm just going to draw a little line coming out of it from the right. Okay, here as we approach negative 2, though, from the left, our y value is going to be getting closer and closer to negative 1. So, negative 2, negative 1. Okay, we're going to approach that from the left, so I'm going to draw a little line coming out of it from the left side. So we've got this one, this one. All right, so here as x approaches 3 from the right, okay, y is going to be getting closer and closer to infinity. All right, so that's really going to be a vertical asymptote. So at x equals 3, as we approach this from the right side, my y value is going to be getting higher and higher. That's why it's going to be a vertical asymptote here. Okay, I'll just draw a nice short line here. Okay, keep it really tight, close to that asymptote for now. As we approach 3 from the left, y is getting closer and closer to negative infinity. So we're going to get down here, okay, as we approach it from the left side. Here we have as x approaches 0, our y value approaches negative 2. Okay, so as x gets closer and closer to 0, we already have a point there at 0, 0. Okay, but that doesn't mean the limits have to be approaching it. In fact, it's going to be approaching negative 2, so we're going to need to put an open dot here at negative 2, and we're going to approach that from the left side and the right side, 0, comma, negative 2. All right, our last one, as x approaches 5, y approaches positive infinity, so that's going to be another vertical asymptote, but now we don't have from the left or from the right, so it's really going to be from both sides. Our limit's going to be approaching infinity, so we're just going to go up higher and higher at 5. Alright, so as we approach 5 from the left side and the right side, it's both going to be positive infinity. Alright, so now we just play our fun game and connect the arrows. I'm going to start on my left and work my way right. So the first thing I have here is I'm going down to the left forever and ever and ever. The next thing I have for an x value is going to be at negative 4, positive 4. Okay, now guys, understand I could just bypass that and go to my next one here. and then put a point disco here. Okay? This works, right? I have a point at negative 4, 4. All of my other things I needed are true. I passed the vertical line test. I'm all good. But just keep it simple. Okay? Don't get too crazy here. We know we have to be approaching there. We know we start here. If my next thing to the right is this point, I'm just going to draw a line to that point. Okay? From here, I'm just going to draw a line that goes down like this. And that all works. Okay, that all passes the vertical line test. The next thing I have at negative 2, okay, I know I have to leave it from the right, from up here at 6. The next thing I have over is going to be the points. Oops, that's from our last graph here. Okay. The next thing we have over here is going to be we have to go down to 0, negative 2. That's where we're going to be approaching it. So, you don't even have to make it curvy, right? You can just make a straight up line here. Like so. Alright, that's fun. From here, right, we have a hole in our graph, but there is a point at 0, 0. Understand, it passes the vertical line test. I'm at 0, my next thing is going to be at 3. Okay, I know I'm approaching it from the left. I go down forever and ever and ever. So, there you go. Okay, next thing on the other side of 3, I'm up here. I don't have anything between 3 and 5, so you can make this go do lots of different things, but it has to be going up and then back up before I get to that asymptote. So, I'm not going to go down too crazy far. That looks good to me. That works. Guys, you could just go down to here. You can make it go way down here. Don't get too crazy though, okay? Just keep it simple. The crazier you get, the more likely you're going to screw up. Here to an asymptote, that's really, I have nothing in between here. Okay, I'm going to erase this bottom part because the easiest way to make these connect is just going to be like so. Okay. That's all you really got to do. Maybe Ryan wanted you guys to write your vertical asymptotes. Okay. The more things you label, probably the better off you're going to be, in all honesty. Alright, so that's it. Hopefully you guys got this figured out by now. If not, that is unfortunate for you.